Hey, how's it going? My name is Jonathan Navarro, and I'll be doing a brief demonstration, okay? So, with fundamental movement themes and concepts, it's important, especially for kids who are in the grade level classes, to understand these concepts and themes, right? It teaches them these new ideas, these new ways to control their bodies with structure and with direction, right? So that they know how to move their bodies and as they're growing and whatnot, things like that, right? So there's two types of fundamental motor skills. There are basic activities that don't require any rhythm at all or any sort of rhythmic movement. And then you have other activities that need or perhaps are accompanied by sort of rhythm movements, right? But we'll discuss that a little bit later on. So the four concepts that I want to be speaking about is body awareness, right? So body awareness, we can think of just being aware of where your hands are, how your body can make movements, right? So if I were to say, let's make an O with our bodies, I'm going to try my best to make some sort of O, and I'm aware of my body. Or if I say, let's make a T, okay, I can control my body, I'm aware of it, and I'm making a T as straight as I can, or across, right? And then we also have things like being able to balance, okay? I'm aware that I can balance on my left foot, and I can balance on my right foot, right? That's one concept, body awareness. And the other concept would be the space awareness, right? So if I were to be swaying, things like that, I'm moving in space freely, okay? Or doing arm circles, okay? Flapping, being aware of all the space that I have around me. And the next concept would be the qualities of movement, right? So if I were to say, for example, a movement of arm speed, like if we're running, the quality, this is slow arm speed. But if I pick it up, this is a faster arm speed. So that's the quality as it relates to time and speed and tempo. Another example can be stomping. So this would be a light stomp, right? And that would be a force stomp. So it's the type of stomp that I'm giving. One differentiates from the other. And last but not least, we have the relationship, right, of our body with everything surrounded with us, right? So for an example, if I were to use this Bosu ball right here, okay, my relationship with the Bosu ball, I can't go through it. However, as it moves away from me, however, I can go around it. I can go around it. That's the relationship between me and the Bosu ball, right? And also being able to, another example would be, intersecting body parts. So if I can get my right elbow to my right thigh, okay, or my left elbow to my left thigh, things like that, that is a relationship. Those are four concepts and themes. Now, moving forward, we also have two types of fundamental skills. One is locomotor skills. The other is non-locomotor skills. So an example of a locomotor skill would be something such as hopping, right? So if I'm trying to instruct a student to hop, some cues I would have would be like hop with good forward motion, meaning we don't want to be up, we don't want to be back, we want to be in a nice position going forward. The next would be to stay on your toes. We don't want to be flat-footed, we want to be ready on the balls of our feet, on our toes. We want to use our arms for balance. So arms not back here. We want to be able to balance ourselves. Our arms, bring your friends with you, as I would say, right? And then we want to reach for the sky as we hop, and then we want to land lightly, okay? So we want to be hopping with a good forward motion. I want to be on my toes. I want to use my arm for balance. I want to reach for the sky when I hop, and I want to land lightly. So everything together would look something like this. Just like that. Something as simple as a hop. Another example of a locomotor skill would be sliding. If I were to be teaching,
Go, continue.
if I were to be teaching, another skill would be sliding. Okay, some key points, some cues I would use is to make sure that we're going from side to side. Okay, make sure we are not bouncing and make sure we're sliding our feet. Okay, so we want to slide side to side and not forward and back. We want to slide, we don't want to bounce. Okay, we also want to slide our feet. So as I slide, if I slide to the left, it's a nice motion. I'm not bouncing, going like this. If I slide to the right, slide my feet. Okay, that's another locomotor skill that we have. So we've talked about hopping, we've talked about sliding. Now we're gonna touch on skipping. For skipping, we wanna create this relationship of a step and then hop. Okay, step hop relationship. We wanna use our arms to swing, kind of like with the hopping to get the forward momentum going, the motion. We wanna skip smoothly and we also wanna stay on our toes. Okay, so all together should be step hop, use our arms, be smooth and on our toes. So something, as we get ready, we don't want to do that. We don't want to run. Okay, we want to step, hop, stay light. All right, do it again. Let's go right step, step, hop, and just like that. Okay, something simple hop. And if we would get more advanced, then it would be something of just like that. Okay, now those were locomotor skills. The last or the second fundamental skill is a non-locomotor skill. So something, an example of that would be like bending, and some cues that I'd be using is to bend as far possible as far as possible, and to bend our upper body from our waist up while maintaining our lower body in place. So as I bend, I want to maybe reach for my toes. So I want to keep my lower body straight, bend at the hips, and I'm leaning forward, going as far as possible and coming back up. Okay, keeping the upper body moving, lower body as still and straight as possible. Another non-locomotor skill would be rocking. Okay, some cues I would say, when we rock, we want to rock smooth. Keep a natural rhythm. Okay, we don't want to be crazy, we want to be smooth. Be smooth with it. We want to rock in different directions. That can be right to left. If you want to switch it up, front and back, front and back. Everything's a nice, smooth rhythm. We can rock higher, or in other words, farther. So if I want to rock a little bit more to the right, to the left, I'm rocking a little bit higher, a little bit farther. Okay, and eventually we progress from swaying until we lose our balance. Okay, still trying to stay smooth, but as you can see, I'm kind of losing my balance, but that's how we want to teach rocking. Started from nice and smooth and slow to eventually as far as you can. Okay, and the third non-locomotor skill would be twisting, and some cues I would teach with that. With twisting would be to twist as far as possible, okay? To twist in the other direction and to hold the other supporting body parts. So twist as far as possible in the other direction. So if I go right, I want to twist as far as possible. Some students maybe would go all the way, some maybe right here, but to twist to their ability. Now, since I twist to the right, I want to twist to the left as far as possible. Bring it back and doing my best to keep my lower body firm and not pivoting and doing this. I want to stay as firm as possible, twist as far as I can, twist the other way as far as I can. And that was a brief summary of fundamental movements, concepts, themes. Likewise, we briefly discussed the fundamental skills that are known as locomotor skills and non-locomotor skills. Thank you for your time. See you soon.